going round and round. Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Yeah, wheels going round and round. Yeah, and we rolling through your town. Yeah, hey, round and round and round and round and round. Yeah, round and round and round and round.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the one and only Big Ugly Sports Show. We are brought to you by Baker Dudley since 1905. We are your first and your only source for mediocre, below average sports coverage. Glad you could join us today. Got a lot to talk about today. We've got the Super Bowl recap. We've got some inside stories to tell you. What was the bet? I mean, did you agree with the halftime show? Was it good? What about the Kelsey bump? There's a lot to talk about, so make sure you hang with us. But let's see who's in the building with us. You can only see two of us on camera, so let's see who's here. You muted. Be quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, he looks like chewed up bubblegum with his shirt off. Nobody dries out a brisket quite like him. He loves his blow dryer. The bus crew is his only friends. His head is small and his face is fat. Get on your feet. Put your hands together for Matt Opie Hightower.
Brisket.
Couldn't get it out. Oh, man. Gotta wake up. And believe it or not, he is here sitting off camera. His dad gave him everything he has. He wears tighty whities under his boxer briefs. He's shaped like an upside down Liberty Bell. Will one day run his dad's company into the dirt. He sacrifices for no one. Put your hands together for intern Jay Breezy Bridges.
Who's got it better than us?
No one. Nobody.
I don't know why that's our thing.
Yeah, but that's Jay's thing.
I love it.
That's Jay's thing. How long has it been since you heard it? Several weeks?
A few weeks.
How you going to burn it out?
He's an intern for a reason. I see old Red pulling in right now. Hight coming in on two wheels. We had to start without him. It's already reconnected on Facebook. I just don't understand. What is going on with this.
There's three people upset right now.
I just don't get it, man. Anyhow, Hight's coming in. It is what it is. He's moving houses, so a lot, you know how Hight is. What do you say, Jay? He don't know where he's coming or going.
He don't know if he's
alarm clock must be in a box somewhere.
Well, somebody in here can relate to alarm clock issues. So.
Just once.
The AM was in a box somewhere.
Just once.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. He looks real happy, too.
Dude got a belt on. He good.
Oh, man.
He slept on his face.
Yeah, and Law no-showed, shocker, but it is what it is. So wherever you're listening, make sure you subscribe. We picked up 6 more YouTube subscribers. I don't know if y'all are bribing people with Hight, if you're bribing people at school, or anyhow, we're up to 276, almost to 300.
So some of my friends over in South Korea.
Here we go again.
Some of my friends over in South Korea jumped on the bandwagon last week.
Is that those 6 maybe?
Or
you got that many?
4 of them, for sure.
Kim Jong-un, one of them.
That'd be North, but good try. Where you at on Opie's friends? Now that you've given him a hard time.
Whenever he says that, I just tune it out because I know he's saying him. It's him personally saying that. He just don't want to say that, so I just tune it out when he ever says that.
And he
I got a friend from up at work. I'm like, it's just Opie saying that.
Listen, he knows that in South Korea, there's no way we can fact check that either. There's no way we can fact check it. So, but make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening. Click the subscribe button. And join in with us wherever you are listening. We do appreciate your support. So, Hight, you with us?
It's getting there.
I'm going to keep you muted for a little bit. You give me the thumbs up when you're ready. I tell you what,
if we're not known for one thing, it's professionalism.
So in our
timeliness.
As teachers, one of the standards we get judged on is professionalism. If that were the show's case.
He wanted you to. He tell you to sign him in this morning when you got here.
Start without him. Hi, we got the new internet out here. I don't know. It still won't work. We've exhausted all options. You ready to be unmuted? Okay. Welcome in, bud.
Still not working?
Let's spend a few more $100.
Yeah.
Good investment.
Yeah.
Jay, do something different.
I feel like we need some back pay from Jay on that. We're paying for internet that
ain't
working.
Get our money back.
So, got the new look in the studio, too. Hey, Jay continues to grind behind the scenes. You know, a guy that don't want any recognition.
He adds zero content, but a lot of behind the scenes.
Off camera, he brings a lot.
Off camera, he begrudgingly came out here when I was out here yesterday and helped me hang these jerseys. We got the old banner hung up right here behind us. So, just making the studio a home. But with that wind out there.
Speaking of his generosity, I didn't get a chance to talk about this last time, but because I laid out. But he I just want to tip my cap. Imaginary cap.
I wish
there.
you had one.
Take those gloves off. Jeez, why do we have gloves on all the
It's
time?
55 degrees here. Dude's got gloves on. Like a little kid from Christmas
It makes
Story.
me comfortable. Anyway, he let me borrow the trailer that he wouldn't let you hold.
Yeah.
I don't know if Benny put me on the insurance.
It stirred up some raw emotions with me that I haven't tapped into in a while.
Listen, Sunday before last is when I asked him to borrow it, and he started giving me, no, you can't because of this. And then I said, no, I got a trailer hitch. And then it was, I don't have a.
I really didn't want to take my car out.
Right. I know. And then it was, you don't have a plug-in for the lights. I said, yeah, I do. Then he said, send me a picture. So I had to go outside and send him a picture. Then he said, well, man, the tire's flat on my race car. I said, well, I got a air pump. And then he taught me a new word, air chuck. I didn't even know what that was. I said, well, I don't know what that is. And he told me. I said, well, I got one of them too. So anyway, rode out here and bless his heart. He didn't even cuss me out.
Through all the
he didn't cuss me none. And he likes to cuss me occasionally now. And we backed old Black Betty out of here, put her under the
Couldn't have been better weather. I mean, just
Did you get crank Black Betty up or just push?
No, we pushed. Diesel, or not diesel, but gas too expensive.
That's one thing about Jay now. He's generous. He's a generous guy.
sideways rain, 42 degrees. I mean, just great weather.
Yeah.
So you getting that trailer back this week though?
I don't even know if I got it anymore.
Somebody did offer to buy it the other day.
How much you want for that trailer, boy? Let me talk to Jay.
I said, well, you can't afford it. I told him.
Man, what about that rain yesterday? I know you sent some videos. Rough, ain't it?
Son, we needed a canoe out there at the new house. And that all that dirt that was in my yard that's supposed to be being spread is currently
It's
on
being
dog
spread.
leg. It's in the dog leg drive right now. It's all over the golf course and everywhere. Rain's just taking it all over the place.
Man, I saw on Facebook where Whitney Allygoods, I think it was probably Erica, posted videos of their house where their pond overflowed. Man, it looks like his house is in a river. Like it's
But
just
luckily, it's just a shop, though.
right. Yeah. But it looks bad.
Man, got all this wood in my shop, man.
Hey man, I got Sadie out there.
Maybe
she
they bring some ducks
getting
in
it
my
up.
river, man.
Oh man, so let's dive in, man. Super Bowl recap. First, let's talk the game before we talk about anything going along with it. But give me your takeaway of the game, the actual Super Bowl. I know Jay said at one point it was boring, but I thought it was personally a good game. But I'll let you guys weigh in if you watched it. Did y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got slow and boring there for a while, second quarter, third quarter, but it picked up at the end of the third quarter and turned into a really interesting game. Went straight to overtime, and
You ain't talking with your hands. I don't like it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Getting under control this morning. It wasn't that.
It's
that
because you're
exciting.
cold, ain't it?
I don't have my gloves on, so. But I mean, it turned into a pretty interesting game. By the end of it, went into overtime. Second ever overtime game. That one really hurts to keep throwing that one back up there because of the Falcons. But yeah, I mean, it turned into a super interesting game. It was fun to watch.
Super interesting.
Great,
Super
good
Bowl.
halftime show. Had some back and forth at the end, some drama. So, what more can you ask for?
So, in your opinion now, because we had this discussion last week, where does this put Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes?
I think it puts Andy Reid top 5 coaches, and then for Mahomes, he's probably number 2 or 3 all time QBs. But that's so far. He's only 28 years old. He's got a chance to be the greatest ever. He's the most successful ever in the amount of time he's been in the NFL. I think he's been in the NFL for 6 years. He's been to the AFC Championship all 6 years. He's been to 4 Senates. But great success.
Who would you say is top 2 quarterbacks?
Brady's number 1. He's
Right.
just had so much success.
Right, and who's 2?
Mahomes.
Oh, okay, you said
You
2 or
taking
3.
him over
I
Montana already?
I thought about Montana because of 4 Super Bowls, but I mean the success that Mahomes has had so quickly, I think I've got Mahomes there right now.
Okay. All right, who's the best coach all time?
Belichick.
You know what they said? Andy Reid's got the most winningest coach ever in 2 franchises. That's pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty
I
impressive.
was on
That's been around for a while too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
I was on the way down here this morning. I was thinking about man, he has done amazing things with so many different quarterbacks, different franchises. You think about Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, now Mahomes, Alex Smith. I mean, so he's the quarterback guru. But then you think about what is he the one making them that good, or all these guys were drafted number 1, number 2, number 3, first round quarterbacks. Mahomes was a little later, but is he making them great, or are they making him great? Because when I looked at the quarterback rating comparison with him as their coach versus without him as their coach, there was not a substantial difference from anybody.
Well, when you look at Belichick, I think the same question was posed about him with he and Brady, but you see he didn't do a whole lot without Brady. But to me, the difference is Andy Reid has done it with multiple quarterbacks.
In multiple organizations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think that's too difficult to achieve for it to be luck.
No doubt he's great.
And they said he's coming back next year. I saw where they were talking before the game that you could play. It was plus 4,000 to place a bet on Andy Reid retiring if they win the Super Bowl. So no dice there. Oh, people pull up Facebook. We're a minute and a half in. It'll shut off in just a minute.
I wish I'd have placed that bet on Jennings throwing that football pass.
That football.
I mean, that
Football
the
pass.
first touchdown pass.
Yeah, you would have won a lot of money on
Odds
that.
are like plus 250,000.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, get that breed.
Could have laid that 100 down on it and got that easy.
Get that breed.
So, all right, let's. Any more thoughts on the actual game, before we discuss other things dealing with the game?
Just glad a dog caught the touchdown.
Yep.
The dog showed out. Chris Conley was all over the field.
Yeah, I didn't even know until I think one of the other playoff games I saw him. I didn't even know he was still in the league.
Well, I just wonder, is it rigged? Is the whole thing rigged?
Yeah, man.
There ain't no way.
If are the players in? I mean, if they're not in on it, then the officials got to be in on it. I feel like it's just.
And what makes you think that?
What makes you think is rigged?
Is there a Pacific from
You
last
sound
night?
like. So,
Well, I just. What do I sound
no,
like?
you go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh,
There were multiple like San Francisco 49er players getting tackled in the backfield as they're trying to get Patrick Mahomes, and there were a bunch of no calls there that I thought were just too obvious not to be called. And I don't know, man. The whole build up with the Taylor Swift stuff I don't know.
It's a love story.
It just makes you wonder.
Say yes.
It just makes you wonder.
bad. That's bad.
Yeah,
So, because a
that's
couple
Well-
of holding calls didn't get called,
Well, they were the most penalized offensive line in the league, and they played a clean game all game. The Chiefs did.
They got it
No
right.
holding penalties, and they're the most penalized. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, intern Jay. With
They
that
definitely. I did see them like full out bear hug guys.
Did that
They
happen
were
the
bear
other way?
hugging Nick Bosa all game. All game.
And I already had questions about professional sports being rigged prior to that, and it just continues to.
Seems like a real conspiracy theory. It just seems so unlikely that it's rigged. I mean, so many things would have to happen.
Not so many things. The
I saw a
league-
thing. Listen to this. This is funny.
You go ahead.
It's way funnier than anything you're going to
This
say.
is Mitch today.
Thank you, man.
They said a non-vaccinated player didn't play but one snap all year. A vaccinated player played all year, won the Super Bowl. Talking about Travis Kelce, it was pretty funny.
It's not.
It's not at all. It could
That
not
joke was
be
funny to
this
me.
way.
I was like, man, you should have got the vaccine.
Wait, tell
man.
me. Don't tell us again. But
Why didn't you hold the camera up when you spoke?
That was my bad.
Why
Go
did,
ahead,
why
man.
did you
I
tell
can't
us
believe
that?
he
was funny,
interrupted.
dude.
Why would you interrupt somebody for that?
That joke was hilarious.
That is not at all.
I loved it.
That mic makes him nervous.
Intern.
Back to you, Hight.
I
guys-
can't remember what I was saying now. That stupidity.
I don't think it's
There's
rigged.
no
I think
way
there's
it's rigged.
just so many factors after. I mean, could the refs show bias in a game? Sure, but like for it to be rigged for them to win, like so many things have to happen.
The referees, hey, we want the Chiefs to win. We want them to win. So make sure that you just lay off some calls on the Chiefs.
Why do you think?
Maybe-
But the Chiefs still got to make the play, still got to throw, they still got to catch. I mean, they might have an advantage.
when you get multiple chances and advantages, yeah, it's a lot easier when them dudes are, the best football players in the world, yeah.
I think what this is, as Adam's teaching middle school, and you sound just like my middle school son right now. Him and all his buddies, NFL's rigged. NFL's rigged.
He been hanging out with the kids too much down there.
He been listening
They're
to
influencing him.
Yeah.
Forgot I had a Biden guy over here just a sheep, just following and believing everything.
Oh, man. So, I was kind of hoping the 49ers were going to win out, but hey, maybe the Chiefs got a dynasty now, so we'll see. Can they three-peat? They're bringing everybody back is what they say. So, what about the halftime show? Thoughts?
I loved it.
It was good.
I thought it was great.
It spoke to our time.
It took us back.
our
Yeah.
time.
Well, guys, I mean, it's our turn. You're 41?
40.
You look 45, but
45. You got silence on the 5.
You ain't 41. You 40.
You look like you need 6 more hours of sleep.
that is a fact. I was up, multiple times. I thought somebody was breaking in. It was a robot vacuum cleaner cleaning the house while I was asleep.
That they run during the middle of the night?
Yeah, we got to make some changes there.
I can see you reaching for his glasses.
Couldn't find my glasses.
You run out there and try to turn the alarm off on your car
He
again.
ran out butt naked again. You got new height, and this you can't do
You
that
gotta
in
do
this
right.
house.
We got a fancy
You got some
neighborhood
fancy
now.
neighbors.
Well,
now.
I got a garage door here.
Okay.
You think Corey's got his camera pointed toward your house just in case?
He's been listening to the show and wants to get the Oh, man, we're reconnecting again.
anyway.
That was fun.
Anyway, yeah, it's our turn, guys. I mean, it's our generation's turn to lead the world, and then we got people like Jay interrupting us to tell us.
So, it started, again, just like the game, kind of started off slow to me. And then we started getting some guest appearances. Little John came in. Luda came in.
Well, I like Alicia Keys.
he
Man,
just-
she was
Man,
good.
Did you just say
pretty too.
little John?
Lil.
Little John.
Little John.
With a L-I-L.
Little.
He went
Little
Little John
that-
like on Robin Hood. Little John.
When that came on, that just it turned it up a notch.
Did
it
you get
really
turned?
fun. Yeah, I was 40-year-old turned.
Did y'all
I was
see right
vibing.
when he came on, the guy in the back, they got tossed way up in the air?
They said
It looks like it wasn't playing. I mean, it just fell in the air. But Little John, man.
What a guy.
Does Little
I
John
mean,
get you fired up or what?
Little John.
Sound like you talking about Robin Hood.
That's what I just said.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nobody would listen.
You did say that. I remember you said that now.
Thanks, intern Jay, for that color commentary.
I don't listen to
appreciate
it.
all over the
Man,
Man, did y'all hear about that vaccine?
That show was hilarious.
Oh, you got to been there.
Let's talk
guys.
about Aaron Rodgers, man.
But
Had
Little
to be
John,
there.
let's talk about a guy who has turned one thing into just a career. I mean, so we read a book at work called Good to Great, and it talked about your
Yeah,
hedgehog
yeah,
theory,
yeah.
doing one thing better than anybody else.
Is this-
Little John
Does it have something
has
to do
turned.
with your yearly goal?
Little John has turned 3 words into a career.
What are they? You got to say
What?
Huh?
What?
That's the whitest one I've ever heard.
It sounded,
Okay.
somehow that sounded heavy set as well. I don't know how you managed that.
What's the last? What's the third one?
I've drawn a blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder he made it famous. His sounds a lot different than yours.
I guess it's not as easy as it sounds, you know. But
Oh man.
Oh,
Good. All right. Let's. We got some more Little John to talk about, but we do need to take a quick commercial break. So y'all stay with us. We will be right back.
New year, new financial goals? Whether it's saving, investing, or planning for the future, we've got your back. Visit Bank of Dudley today and let's make 2024 your year for financial success. Bank with confidence at Bank of Dudley. Since 1905, member FDIC.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 per month, you literally can't beat it. Visit them on the web at www.j2streaming.com. Proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
for all your HVAC needs, please call Elite Comfort Solutions. We specialize in commercial and residential HVAC. The number is 833-483-HVAC and the website is www.elitecomfortsolutions-inc.com. Call for a free quote today.
Big Peach Car Wash, coming this April, across from Walmart on Highway 80. I hadn't washed my truck in 5 years. I'm breaking that streak this April.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley. Since 1905, one of the best banks around. Sorry, the best bank around. We appreciate their support. Technical difficulties left and right over here, so just bear with us. But we were saying Little John,
Small John.
That turned. What were you saying about him?
He's great. One trick pony. That's great. I thought that was over.
Okay, I felt like you had some more to say about it.
We're good.
Okay. All right, so now, staying with the Super Bowl, let's go Taylor Swift first. You know, she flew in from Japan. That's all we talked about in the news, and she was there. And now, although I am one of the ones that get tired of seeing her on the screen, like every time something happens with the Chiefs. However, Blake Lively was in the booth with her.
Yeah.
And so I was not mad this time. They could have went up there the whole time because.
Yeah. So let's see it again.
Yeah. So what are y'all's thoughts on Taylor Swift getting so much airtime?
Everybody's so critical about it, but really when you add up all the time that she's on camera, it's like 20 seconds for the whole game.
56
Had to be more than
but
that.
it only cuts for 1 second and then it's back.
56 seconds of the Super Bowl. 56.
Well, that was a prime time game.
I'm just telling you facts.
Okay.
So that means if they're cutting over for 3 seconds, that's almost 20 times that they're still cutting to her in the game.
Yeah.
1% of the game.
Well, you could see.
My boy Ro did some math over here. Did you go banana and then followed by dip?
Banana Gatorade didn't dip.
Okay.
It's a process.
A lot going on in that grill this morning.
Process. Yeah.
So let's go next year. First off, do Taylor Swift and Kelsey make it to next football season?
Yeah, they'll make it to the next football season.
I think it goes down to, do you think she's annoying outside of this?
Like,
It's
like her personality, or just her in general, like her being.
Well, just the whole package, everything.
She's never been really relevant.
Yeah,
Well,
she doesn't annoy. Yeah.
Right. So, but like her, if you've ever seen anything she does with social media and politics and all this other stuff, you know, she's very.
You follow her?
No, but I do pay attention to current events.
She is a Biden supporter.
Yeah. So anyway, she's very in your face with her stuff, and she influences millions and millions of people, obviously because of her platform. And so, to me, that's
kind of like
annoying.
us. Like
but we're entertaining people, and nobody thinks that they should listen to us like we're on some type of official opinion. She's not educated on any of these things. Like, she's no expert in a lot of different areas, but if she makes one comment on social media, millions of people believe what she says.
Hey, these Swifties, man, they're die hard Taylor Swift. Like,
Toby Keith signed her, and when he died, she didn't say nothing about him or anything when he died.
man, that was sad that he died too.
Well, we all got to die at some point.
I know, but
There's people dying
we
every
don't
day
think
that never
it's good
died
as him.
before.
Great topic. What's the next topic?
What are y'all, Taylor Swift?
She's
you're
annoying.
over.
She's annoying to me, and it's annoying even more so that because listen, who turns on a football game to see her?
She's
wife.
got a place that's just not on football.
And so and now my
Is it in
wife,
the kitchen, Jay? Is that where it is?
Making sandwiches.
my wife watched start to finish the entire game.
because of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine too.
Y'all make friendship bracelets?
Isn't that a good thing though? Getting more people interested in.
Yeah,
My wife's not
friendship
interested in the game.
Y'all make friendship bracelets?
who?
You and Jim?
No,
No bracelets.
I went to bed early.
I just don't understand why. I think y'all are people just hate successful people.
That's not true.
And
I love
just don't
successful
understand
We
that.
like you. You're the most successful guy we know.
No,
Look at this podcast.
I got a podcast.
Oh, listen. Are we not entitled to have a different opinion?
Yeah,
See,
and
that's what I told you. He's just
listen,
like
and
the
my
rest of these
opinion
people that
is
say
you're
that
an idiot.
if you don't agree with my opinion, you're wrong.
I just don't.
He'd mean more than
I
short,
just
bro.
have
That's all
my
he could do.
opinion. I just have my opinion. I think.
Well,
that-
your opinion is idiotic.
I already called you an idiot.
Yeah, but I went
You can't
idiotic.
triple stamp for double stamp, Lloyd.
All right. So now in the game, Kelsey gets mad early when Pacheco fumbles when they were right there in the red zone, and he comes over screaming at Andy Reid, bumps him, makes him stumble a little bit. Thoughts on that?
Let's hear from you.
To me, it doesn't bother me.
Almighty, well,
It
of course
doesn't
not. Of
bother me.
course not.
He just overshot the landing a little bit. Kind of ran into him a little bit. He came
What
in a
about
little
how
hot. Came in a little
lot
hot.
of hot?
And he was
You don't
yelling
bump
at it. He
redheaded
was
people.
intense. It's in the middle of a Super Bowl. He wasn't on the field. He's just over there saying, "Get me in the game. I'll make it happen." I think I love the passion. Nobody else thinks it's a big deal. If you're in a basketball game with your buddies and somebody comes over and is like intensely telling you this is what we need to do to win the game, and
To
bumps
another
into you a little
teammate,
bit.
yes, that's fine. To the head coach, not fine. If one of my basketball players when I was coaching, like, that's not okay for them to come up and scream at me and bump me about knock me down.
That's high school sports. It's a different dynamic.
Well, I mean, it is different. It's professional. However, no, I think
I
that's
hope
not
he's coached a
acceptable.
lot of professional sports.
Well, here's what it boils
I
down to,
understand
Joe. You don't
people, Joe.
like successful people.
That's right, yeah.
Idiot. No, I do think, seriously, I think it comes down to the relationship with the player and the coach. And because it is adults, there is a much different dynamic. If Andy Reid is okay with it and doesn't have a problem with it, then, it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. But, of course, we all have our own opinions, and us being coaches, not you two, but us. No, I forgot you coached some
I've
Little League.
coached many Little League teams.
This is a sidetrack,
Let's go
but
back.
he called me one day. It was like, dude, you should have. It was Coach Pitch. Man, they should have given me the MVP. He said I was throwing doubles out there all night. I didn't miss a barrel.
You up there hitting their
I
bat?
think I called him to tell him we were colleagues.
And anyway, dude, he you know how he is.
Oh, yeah.
He was 100% serious that he deserved the MVP of
Did
that.
he feel like when he was
Sometimes
out there that like people were watching, like it was, they were like, oh my God, look at this guy
no,
pitching.
they are
I've seen
watching.
Oakley throw.
They are
It
watching.
ain't that hard to hit.
Listen, they are definitely watching. There's a lot of pressure on Coach Pitch.
And he said,
And you prevailed.
And I have failed miserably many times. But that game, I was on it.
That makes me think,
Hitting
Chill,
bats.
you got something to tell one of our loyal listeners about pitching?
Yeah, Spanky, Slaughter. Spanky is our, we need to circle back. Don't let us forget to circle back to that. But
let's move on from the Super Bowl. Let's go all in here on Spanky.
so Spanky is, this is Anna Charles's first go of ball of any sort. She's always done dance. She wants to try balls. I'm like, okay, sure. So she's already past T-ball. It's coach pitch for 3 pitches, and then you get a T. So I guess it's a mixture. But we come out to the first day of practice. Now, keep in mind, these girls are 6, 5. Many of them never played ball a day in their life. Like, a couple of them, God, I hope this parent don't listen. I'm sure they don't. But
Don't call the child's name.
I'm not. But it would be easily distinguished. One person came to bat last practice with the bat, with their glove on one hand and the bat, their actual glove.
Ready to
up in
take
the
a team
yes.
photo.
And I was like, take that glove off.
Probably
Anyhow.
knew Spanky was about to come inside high and tight.
So Spanky gets up there, and I've never. This is my first with ball, so I don't really know what it's supposed to look like. But Spanky's just up there dealing on the mound, like
Chewing that air,
Like-
bringing the heat.
like jam sandwich. The girls and the protocol for the games is 3 swings and then a tee. Well, at practice, they're taking like 20, 25 swings and not hitting. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, at what point do we like either change up the pitching or just tell them to take off running to first like they hit it so we work on base running? But Spanky's just up there mowing them down left and right, mowing them down, spinning the ball. The ball's got spin on it, and he's standing up there just like he's on one pitch. Got his feet like this, and he's just catching. He's just dealing, just striking them out left and right. Jammed AC last week off the fingers. Back ride didn't, but
Coach Pitch is a lot about the pitcher. You can make or break a team with the pitcher.
we're broke.
You broke.
This team's
You got to
broke.
pull him.
Yeah. Love you, Spanky. He'll be calling me out this week to come out here and pitch Thursday, and I ain't doing it. I'm gonna keep coaching from now.
Chuck, all right, Chuck, let's see you do
You
it,
go
Chuck.
pitch, Chill. You go pitch.
I'll see you do it. You,
know
can't
how
do it
hard
no
is for
better
them
than
little
me.
girls to hit while he's eating that air. I couldn't do it.
He does eat it too because he's locked in up there.
That's good stuff.
But yeah, so
What?
circling back.
Circling back.
'Cause
What are we talking about?
The whole Andy Reid thing.
Yeah,
because
I
it
mean-
still bothers me. Because my thing is, if they lose the game, is everybody still like, it was just a thing, or is it bigger?
If you it did bother me. Yes, 100% bothered me. I think that Travis Kelce, he crossed the line. Like if he were to come up to Andy Reid and respect his personal space and be like yelling at him, coach, put me in, whatever, fine. That's one thing. But passion and stuff, we all love the passion in athletics, whatever, but that was over the line. But to me, the ultimate like relationship between players and coaches, you go back to Derek Jeter, and he always called Joe Torre Mr. Torre. Like just ultimate respect. And so
that's the difference between Jeter and Kelsey.
well, it's a generational difference, I believe. But you know, I don't like it. I don't think Travis Kelsey should have done that. So
well, he shouldn't have done it. It's a bad look, but it's not. To me, it's not that big of a deal.
Should which obviously you won't, but should he have done? Is there anything it's the Super Bowl, so is there anything you do? Like obviously, if that were high school and that happens, that kid's done. Like he's not playing anymore.
Right.
Super Bowl. Should he have said, all right, you're not playing the rest of the quarter, or is it just let it roll?
Well, you don't want to punish your entire team, and once again, you go back to no,
exactly. Because he ended up making the end of the game, that big long run put him in.
You go back to, does Andy Reid have a problem with it? But Kelsey should be man enough to come back and say, you know what, I was too much.
He did. I saw his comments afterwards. Now, but again, they won the game. To me, that changes.
Do you think he meant to bump him, or do you think he just came in a little hot and accidentally bumped him?
He's probably got bad balance. He's a large.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, just one of the most athletic tight ends to ever play the game. You know, I don't know.
What if Andy goes down and breaks his hip, Opie? Now you feeling bad about it? Because Andy's getting on up there now.
He's not. I mean, he's a big guy, but he's not sturdy.
And Andy made the joke. He caught me off balance, like he was
cheap shot at me. Yeah, I can't wait till Jack gets a little bit big for his britches and runs you down.
So that
and I'm gonna say, hey, it's no big deal.
That joker attacks me every night around bedtime.
Yeah, but he's playing. It's no big deal.
You still been working on it?
No, I forgot about it. After
election's coming up. We gotta have you. We might need him to join the show at some point.
Hey, that's what I needed to hear. Let me.
Been busy getting buckets of water off your back porch.
Luckily, it's just swirling around. I mean, if you fall in, there's a riptide current. I promise you, taking you out toward Jamie Longhorn's yard.
I saw where Antonio Brown, which I mean. Take that for what it's worth. It's Antonio Brown, but he made the comment, if that were him, which it does go down to relationships, but he said if that were him doing what Kelsey did, he'd be fired from his team.
Yeah, but he's a series of terrible actions. So
well, it's not the first time Travis Kelsey did something over the line with a coach.
That's why they call it killer trial.
Dude's dating Taylor Swift thinks he can do whatever he wants now. Open.
And I mean, we got enabler. That's what I mean.
That's what's wrong.
Poster child for what's wrong with this world right now.
No, what's wrong?
I'm gonna clip that. Do it again.
Listen, what's wrong with the world is everybody
that fat face. Look at that fat face just enabling everything.
Everybody wants to get up on a high horse and just be so critical of everybody else.
It's not a high horse.
That's what we do on this show.
No respect these days.
And you believe we were raised in the same home? Mom and Daddy, I'm sorry, on his behalf.
Okay. What if let's Uncle G's coaching that game. Uncle G's getting on up. You're okay with some fella coming smoking him?
Man, it's all right. It's okay.
I just don't think he intended to bump him and knock him over. I just don't think.
I've seen him set screens for. He ain't gonna fall.
You ain't knocking Uncle G over. That's a wall over there.
All right. If you do something unintentionally, if I come in and run and bump to Adam, the first thing I do is like,
my bad, man. You good?
Like, try to catch him from falling.
Even though the passion and whatever, the fire, you do something on accident, that to me immediately would take away from what I had going on, because then I'd be like, oh, dang, man, look, my fault.
Yeah. All right. Well, so what do y'all think about the Kyle Shanahan choice to take the ball in overtime? Do y'all think that's a big deal? They're huge on that right now.
I don't see the big deal in it. Sure, take it.
Go score. In case you didn't know, the overtime rules during the regular season are if you score a touchdown on your first drive, it's a win, and you don't have to give the other team another chance. But in the playoffs, it's every team gets a chance, even if you score a touchdown. So his thought was, going with the analytics, you want the ball third. So if both teams kick a field goal, you get to kick that next field goal to win, and it becomes sudden death. The alternative side of that is the Chiefs got a chance to go. They get 4 downs because they know what they have to beat, and they were going to go for 2, so that could have backfired on the 49ers.
I just think it's pick your poison.
Yeah.
Do you know why they changed it in the playoffs?
So what?
Because the Bills complained about it to the Chiefs when the Chiefs beat the Bills last year. Mm-hmm. The Bills was complaining that ain't right. That ain't right. And so they swapped it, and the Chiefs benefited from it.
They should. I mean, it ain't real fair, especially in the Super Bowl for one team to get a chance to score.
Life ain't fair, chill.
But
we're not basing on a coin
like
toss.
I said, it comes down to 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and the players got to make the plays. And I don't think that determined the game. I mean,
Everybody's destroying Shanahan for his decision because they don't agree with it. But it's not like it's a clear-cut one or the other. It's just a decision.
No.
And, yeah, it would have been better if the players knew. But as long as the coach knows the rule,
Doesn't
he's
matter.
the one choosing.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that big a deal.
I want to pose a question to you guys because Travis Kelce is obviously a really good player. He's an elite tight end. Is he that good because of Patrick Mahomes, or is he just that good? If you put him on the Atlanta Falcons this year, is he? No, I'm serious.
That's a tough spot to be.
But I'm saying, if you put Kyle Pitts in his spot, if you switch them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is Travis Kelce only good because of Patrick Mahomes?
No.
No. He's better.
They've been together for so long.
He's better because of Patrick Mahomes, but I think the reason he's so good is because he has a feel for finding the holes in the zone.
Yeah. He's a super talented, like, probably the best to ever do it kind of a guy. But, no, his game is elevated because of Mahomes, but he'd be good anywhere. I mean, maybe not Atlanta because Desmond Ridder was so bad, but.
They would be better, but they're still not.
You got to get last word because you just.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You say it.
Go ahead. Hight.
Thank you. Last word.
All right. Hight, take us to a commercial break. Hight.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Hey, we got some big things coming after the commercial break. Just stay with us.
Quick
Stay
break.
tuned.
is proud to sponsor the Big Ugly Sports Show. Wherever you're listening to your favorite sports show, you can also be banking with your favorite bank. Bankadeli offers mobile and online banking platforms to make managing your money easy. Get on that Bankadeli bus. Bankadeli since 1905. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the one and only Bank of Dudley. So off air and in a group text, we were talking. I don't really know what this is about, but Opie had a, I guess, funny story. I don't really know. So Opie lead.
Guarantee his loan.
Sorry, say that again.
Guarantee his loan.
Well, in our group text where we were talking, there was a lot of Opie this week in the group text. And I remember, what'd you say? This is going to be a terrible show this week. Because Opie had a lot of stuff that he wanted to talk about. So lead us in, Opie.
I'm just an idea guy, and y'all are whatever. So, well, even though I'm the idea guy, Adam's got to have his moment, and the son gets mad when I talk. So
this kind of goes back to before the break, the last word.
So we're going to let him tell the story of one of the most Adam things that has ever happened.
That's very true. And I love it when you talk. The only reason you're on the show is because I allow it. Okay, so don't get it twisted. It's just funny to me how if we have a show and you have a lot of airtime, you're gonna call me when we hit down the road and you're headed back to wherever you got to go. Man, the show was really good today. I mean, and it ain't just about me. And I'm thinking, yeah, it is. And then if he doesn't say a whole lot, man, we really need to do some work on the show.
We need to workshop a little more.
Yeah, we got to do a lot of workshopping. And by workshopping means he tells us all our ideas about it. So he wanted to talk about when I was. It was the summer.
That was cackling.
He's tickled over
Love
there.
stories about me makes me laugh.
Did you say true stories about you?
Love stories about me.
Okay.
Anything about him.
Yeah, basically. But anyway, it was summer after I graduated high school, and this guy, I worked at a job. I got a job at Great American Truck Parts in East Dublin. I was a truck delivery driver, and I've never really driven a stick shift truck before. I mean, I knew how to do it. I'd messed around at the house with my dad's truck a time or two or whatever, but never really drove a stick shift. And I told him, I said, I don't know how to drive a stick shift. Like, I've never done it. Like, well, you're going to learn today. So they sent me off on a delivery, and I park on.
By yourself?
Yeah.
That's tough.
And I delivered it to Timmy Oliver's truck place over there. And I pull up to the top of a hill, get out and go in. And I knew a guy I went to high school with, worked there. So I'm making a delivery. I'm getting him to sign a paper. I look back. I look over. My truck's headed down the hill. And I start laughing. I'm like, man, that he's playing. He's joking, you know. And then I look, and then he like walks out of the different part of the shop, and I see him, and then I'm like, well, who's in my truck? And then I'm like, oh man, what's going to happen?
Did you see it stop, or was it?
Well, I'm getting there.
eventually.
And then I look, and there's a car parked at the bottom of the hill, sideways, and I'm thinking, surely not. Surely this. I mean, there's only one car in this whole open space. There's no way my truck rolls down backwards now and squares up this car. And sure enough, squared it up.
No, it didn't.
Took it
did.
out.
Yep. And then I got in my truck and left. Yeah, I got in the truck and left.
No, you didn't.
He said, all right, well, we'll see you.
I said,
So
all right, y'all let me know.
What was the damage to their car? Like
It was
dented whole side?
T-bone.
Yeah, it got it
T-bone.
pretty good.
So the back of it hit it or the front?
Back. Yeah, it rolled down backwards.
Trailer hitch get it?
The whole back
yeah.
of it?
Yeah, it squared it. Yeah, it got it. Punched a hole in the side, you know.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
So
Anyway.
surely something came of this.
Well, it was somebody's, it was one of them cars that had been left there for somebody to quote unquote work on. It had been there for a long, long time. I don't think they were too worked up.
Now there's more quote unquote work to be done on it.
That's on them for parking it there, Hight.
Yeah. And so then I get back and I had to tell them, hey, look, man, I'm sorry. I told y'all I didn't know how to drive. So basically what
It
happened
was their
was,
fault.
basically what happened
So it
was,
wasn't the driving part, it was the parking part.
yeah, I didn't realize I needed to put the parking brake on
Or shut it off and leave it in gear.
Yeah,
or leave it in gear. Yeah, I didn't do that.
You didn't
either.
learn how to from that black truck? Opie's black truck?
Apparently not. Apparently not.
Hey, it's different in a delivery truck, though.
Baby
Yeah.
boy got automatic. He didn't have to work for his driving like I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. That
Anyway.
Dodge is pretty ragged.
Speaking of T-boning, so that reminded me of another time he T-boned a truck.
Can you let go of the mic stand? Thank you.
I'm not touching the mic. I'm touching the stand.
you said
Don't worry
mic
about what
stand.
I'm doing.
Well,
over
we're
here.
on camera. There's a
Just
lot-
let me
lot that
cook.
goes
Just
in
let me cook.
Okay.
Oh shoot!
I love it when he starts laughing. You can't even see his eyes.
Oh, y'all get me tickled.
Boy,
this
this
morning.
is his show today, boy. He is
What
feeling
do you
it.
do when you drive down the road and you get tickled and start laughing?
Pull over.
Let off the gas. So he's going off to college for the first time, and we're out in the yard just waving goodbye to him, just telling him he's about to hit the road, and he's just taking it all in as he's leaving.
Yeah.
Backing it in, just backs right into the side of my truck on the way. Never just like don't even get out of the truck. Just like, oh man, I'm so sorry about that, and I was like, man, don't even worry about it. It'll be fine. Just takes off. Without a care in the world to college, and I'm just left there with this giant dent in the side of my truck.
Oh, that boy.
Stayed there too.
True story.
Stayed there
Never
for
got
a
it
long
fixed.
time.
True story. You shouldn't have parked behind me.
I was not even close to behind you. Went out
That
of your
is
way to
good.
back into that thing.
That is good. Well, you hadn't ridden a long time, so proud of you.
I got a good little streak going. It was rough for a couple months, but
That's tough saying streak this close to just messing up the streak last week.
Yeah, well, new leaf. One thing about
Got a
Hight
new
now,
streak.
he will flip one.
Got a
He
new
will flip
streak.
a leaf.
Yes, sir.
He will flip a leaf.
I mean, I do it so often. He looks at me. I go,
New leaf, and you can't even be mad at him. All right, Hight, we got some hometown folks to look at.
yeah, man. We got. Hey, Mitch, how's the West Lawrence wrestling doing? So we're gonna start with the East Side. They got Rashawn Washington Jr. averaged 19.4 points and 8 rebounds this season. He also achieved 1,000 points in his career this season.
As a junior.
That's
Oh, wow.
impressive.
Yeah.
Kyan Sneed averaged 15.3 points and 6 rebounds for the season. He also reached 1,000 points this season. Now that's
That was career.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I misspoke.
Yeah.
Career, but during this season.
Yeah.
I mean, in relation to J2 Jazz.
Yes.
So
All of them over there are.
all right, and also shout out to Coach Chris Burley, the middle school basketball coach over there. And I forget do you know the names of the girls basketball? They were the middle school girls were runner ups, and the boys were region champs.
East Side's rolling over there. I hope those guys are listening since we're showing them some love. We got to make Burley listen.
Love Chris Burley.
Yep.
Yeah, love me some Burley. I got the East Lawrence wrestling team. Kason Wadley made it to the state tournament. He finished fifth at 113. Bradley White finished 6th at 126. Marquez Harris finished 6th at 175. And Harris also earned his 100th career win at sectionals. And their state begins Thursday. I know
The Raiders have 5 going. You just told me. Even though he's not here.
let me look. I got Mitch's right here because he said he was going to be there to discuss it, but
He says that a lot.
then he's not here. So he got. I know we got Bowers was a sectionals champ. Matthew Gibbs. So let me back it up. JT Bowers, super fan JT Bowers got first. Matthew Gibbs got third. Jalen Watkins got fourth. Forget the Ramsey kid's first name.
Is that Bo's son?
Yeah, I think.
I can't tell
Is
if
it
somebody
Logan? I
tooted.
think it's Logan Ramsey. That might be. He got fourth.
I'm getting with either a toot or ice mouth.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
I did brush him this morning, so should be all right. Jaden Starley's a freshman, got fourth, and Jaden Whitley, also a freshman, got seventh. All right, he's an alternate. Anyway, so that's a good job by those wrestlers. And we got Dublin Wrestling. I don't have anything from there.
So we don't. So nothing.
Basketball. No, I don't have anything from their basketball coaches, but I got Lucas Coley was a sectionals winner, and he's a sophomore. And then going back to last week, I was out. Guy named, and this name sounds made up. It sounds like a really cool name, Eddie Bigelow. First year wrestler. He was an area champion. So
That's Deuce's boy.
I was thinking Bam Bam.
You've had better, Jay.
Not today, he is not.
Good job to those guys, those hometown highlights, and I hope that those people get to hear their name called. And anyway, what else we got, you?
So, hey, just let everybody know we're going to post this week on the hometown highlight, and you guys get in the comment section and nominate some kids to be on the next hometown highlight.
You gonna handle that post?
I
Yeah, he
mean,
will.
indirectly,
He will.
yeah.
Indirectly
A
by
guy,
you.
him and a guy at work.
Chill,
can
I
get
already
together.
told you
His
once to
marketing
do it.
person.
Now I got to tell you twice. On air,
Yeah,
so it's accountable.
we're in the process of, once we get it all ironed out, Bank of Dudley has agreed to partner with us to recognize these kids, maybe with a T-shirt or something along that. So that's in the making. We got to talk to our T-shirt guy.
so generous.
That was better than the T-shirts we got last time. Faster, quicker.
Faster delivery. I had about 14 months on my delivery of that T-shirt.
I still got one in my truck that someone said that I saw at church last week, or actually about a few weeks ago, said, "Hey, did my shirt ever come in?" And I'm like, "Did you order one?" He's like, "Yep."
We done changed logos 4 times since then.
Yeah. Yep.
You should have done a better job with that.
This guy. I wish y'all could have seen the lit this guy gives me. And then I'm trying to, it's got like handwritten who's paid, like question marks beside some of these people. So I've got no idea who's paid for these shirts, who hadn't paid. And Hight gives me all the shirts to give out. Like,
I don't work at a high school anymore. Not sure how that's relevant, but I don't.
oh man, let's real quick.
I could have done better, Chuck. I apologize.
Thank you, bud. That's all I need to hear. Let's take it real quick before I forget. Let's do our Brian Subs winner this week. We only had a few to participate, but hey,
Brian Subs.
thank you to Brad Meeks and the gang over Brian Subs
Brian Subs.
for this free half sub. So let's see who this winner is. Boing. Wendy Mullis. Wendy Mullis, you are this week's winner of the Brian's Giant Sub, so be sure to
Thanks,
go by
Wendy.
there.
Do it, Wendy.
I'm all discombobulated, guys. This whole the internet thing not working. Plus, Hight keeps unplugging the soundboard over here. Just a lot going on, so it's just all off kilter right here. But
Still a great
battling.
Still, would you say a great show?
Better than average.
better than most over here.
100%. We get down this road, he's gonna call me.
I'm not.
He's not now.
I'm not.
He would though.
Yeah,
If you wouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah.
Give us your feeling of it. You feel like it's pretty good. I mean,
Normally I think when I talk, it normally makes me feel bad about myself because after I hear myself,
that's his humble way of trying to show some humility, right?
You know,
But today it was all gold.
it
It was
makes
good
me.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't like hearing my voice. I don't like hearing genius out loud. You know, so it's just bothers me.
I love to hear Trump coming out right there. That's a touch of Trump every time he goes there.
Every time he
I
talks,
don't like hearing it.
Hey, you need to tell them about the
Nobody humblebags better than me.
the handicap hunt bank.
Tell us about it, Jay, baby.
Well, me, Hight, and Chill will be at the handicap hunt banquet. If you guys would like to do a meet and greet, a little autograph session, we will not have the pens. Bring your own pen
And paper.
and paper.
Where's it at, Jay? What's it for?
At
Where's
the
it at?
BUS Porter Center. It's for like handicapped folks. They take them hunting and give them a time, kill deer and stuff like that.
But we get to eat. That's why you go.
All you can eat seafood.
Is it really all you can eat? I was wondering about that.
all
last
you
night.
can eat?
Okay.
All you
Like
Is there
buffet style?
prizes? Is there
Buffet
prizes
stuff.
coming?
There's prizes, but you got to pay for them. It's like raffles and stuff like
Here's
that.
my-
Is Bridges Electric providing any prizes?
No,
Why'd you look behind you?
felt like somebody behind me.
So, but here's my question. Me and Hyde have already bought our tickets. When we get there, are we going to be forced to pay any more money to anything? Or can we just kind of eat and hang?
No, you can eat and hang, but I mean, there's all kind of cool stuff you can win. Then they'll have a big auction. You can raise your hand. A lot of big money there.
Get in
Well, we'll
that.
take
Last year-
we'll take the bus funds. If something comes across that we can use the studio.
They have some cool UGA stuff, but you better deep pockets. A cake last year went for $3,200.
Holy cow.
That's good cake.
I feel like Bus
Who was
needs to
jumping
have
out
one of
of
these
it?
hunt banquets.
Yeah.
Big Ugly Sports needs to host one of these hunt banquets.
Or maybe we could do, instead of like we did at the Raider auction where we auctioned off a seat on the show that went for like $5, maybe we could go for $5,000 on there.
They have some cool
I mean,
stuff.
I'm on the show now.
Lot of guns. A lot of guns.
How much you think we could auction off some of those pigs in a blanket with cinnamon rolls around them last week?
All right, I hate you, miss. Those are so good.
I hate
about
to
them.
mention that.
But back to it, now that you are on the show, that for sure would have went for more than what it went for last time.
We're
that seat.
international now.
Opie, would you like to come Saturday?
I don't really feel good about this invite at this point.
I ain't got to invite you, but I am.
No, I can tell that.
I'm just asking you. Do you want to come?
You only had 2 tickets. Me and Hight snagged it.
I know a guy.
Oh,
Well, let's talk more about it off air. I don't
No,
know
he's
really
not.
know
No, we
what
need
it
to
is.
talk about it now.
he's not. We'll talk a little off
I
air.
thought
but
that
he's
was a
not.
classic Jay setup. You want to go to the banquet? Yeah, you can't.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Scared to say yes.
Like that time, it was last summer or something. He was asking did either one of us want to work or whatever, and then you said you wanted to work, and then I texted him a couple days later, like, hey, do you need any more help at the shop? And this is me and him on the side text. Then he jumps in the big group text everybody. Hey y'all, Hight's asking me can he come work with me, and I told him hell no.
He don't even know what a flathead screwdriver is.
That boy don't know what an air chuck
You
is.
can't drive sticks. You're a big old delivery truck. Hey, Bridge Electric, they not as forgiving about their vehicles over there. They treat them things like royalty. You can't mess them things up. But anyhow, it's been a good show. A lot of Opie, so it makes it a good show. Hyde, if you will, bring us on home, bud.
Hey, thank you for everything you do for us, Opie.
Just a big part of it.
Anyway, coming to you live from the studio, we want to make sure that you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, www.biguglysportshow.com.
The Big Ugly Sports Show.
Facebook Live, we're all over the place. Please make sure you give us a subscription on YouTube, a follow, tell your friends and family.
Yep. We appreciate you guys. Sorry the live didn't work out again. Maybe it's just not meant to be out here in the bin, but it is what it is. Thank you for tuning in for another week of the Big Ugly Sports Show. Thank you to the Bank of Dudley and all of our sponsors for everything you do for us. Hey, whatever you're doing today and wherever you're at, be sure to do what, Hype?
Get on that bus.
Swishing, yeah. And they swishing, swish, swish. Got the horn on the bus.